Okay, so today we'll be looking at the second part of our business writing model that we started 2 weeks ago. Last week, you guys had a session with one of our guest facilitators who took you on L high writing, that is, writing for elementary and high school reading audience. As we are writing for educational materials for educational consumption by students in elementary and high schools. So today we'll continue the business writing that we started 2 weeks ago by looking at a very important form of writing, which is business proposals. I mean, all of us we've heard about it before, so it's not such a strange or an esoteric term like L-high that some of us got to know about last week. Business proposal, at some point, maybe you might have been asked to do or write a business proposal, or somebody, you yourself felt the need for you to do a business proposal. So today we're going to be looking at the nuances of preparing this very important document that is meant to help you to enhance your bottom line, to enhance your profitability as a professional, as a business entity by crafting something sellable, something appealing, something interesting, something that any reader will want to be part of, or maybe your prospects or the people that you are trying to sell your solution to would be willing and eager to be part of it. So proposals are selling instruments because they're supposed to help you to sell your services, sell your solutions, sell your expertise, sell your products, sell whatever line you are promoting that you want people to be able to buy or subscribe to. And because they are selling instruments, they are supposed to present facts. Yes, you use very flowery language in trying to sell or promote your products to your audience. However, I mean, you should ensure that what is going to be in are factual, what the some of the data that you are putting there, how many people have used these products, to what extent, in terms of percentage, has it helped them to solve the problem? Has it helped them to make money? Has it helped them to improve their lives or to improve their health? Whatever it is that you are selling. So it must be factual. So that is why, I mean, whatever you are inserting there or putting in your business proposal must be accurate. They must also be detailed to the extent that if you are not there, so the information there should be detailed enough for whoever is reading to understand what you're trying to say without having to be calling you on the phone or sending you an email. Can you explain this? What do you mean by this? And your tone, your writing must be persuasive. It must be persuasive because you're actually trying to sell, you're trying to promote an offering, you're trying to sell a solution. So you must approach it in a persuasive manner. And let's quickly look at what a business proposal is not. It is not just a price quote. That's what they say, send me a proposal, or you want to do a proposal for something, not just for you to just cost what it's going to cost to deliver the service, deliver the solution, produce the good, or do whatever. No, it's not just your price quote. It is more than that. And it's not just a bill of materials detailing all the things or some of the things that you need to use in the course of producing or delivering the goods, or I mean delivering the service that you're trying to sell. No, it is also not just your project plan. Okay, this is what we need to do, step one, step two, to the last step. It is not. And it's not just the scope of work, all the works that will need to be done or that will need to be completed to have the solution delivered to the market. And it's not just about your company's history. It is a sales document, and it is designed to move the sales process forward towards closure. Now, it contains all of these components that we just mentioned. It contains your price code, it contains your bill of materials, it contains your project plan or scope of work, it also contains your company history. All these are part of what make a business proposal. It's not just the an individual entity of them, but a combination of these are what makes a proposal to be what is named. So, what is the nature of proposals? They generally provide answers to three very important questions. What is there to be gained from the product, from the service, or from the project, or from the solution? What does your customer, what does your audience, what does your prospective buyer or even investor, what do they stand to gain? Because most of the times, and we all do this, we usually think from our own perspective alone. We don't consider the other person. I have the solution, it's fantastic, is this, is that. So what? Have you tested it? Does the market need a solution? So you must think from the other person's perspective, from the user's perspective, from the buyer's perspective, from the consumer's perspective. What are they going to gain by sampling this product, by buying from you, by engaging you to provide these services to them? What do they stand to gain? Are they going to make more money? Are they going to live longer? Are they going to be healthier? Are they going to lose weight? Are they going to feel happier about themselves? Then the second question is that why is it worth acquiring? This thing I'm pushing out. Why should they even want to acquire in the first place? What is in it for them? Why can't they buy from somebody else? Why can't they engage somebody else to provide the solution? Why is your own worth acquiring? These are things that you need to answer. And then when I'm making claims, I'm making claims. This solution has helped 80% of people have used it to live longer. It has increased their lifespan. Is there or are there records, are there statistics to validate such claims? Because you can't just be making empty claims. You can't be making. So I mean, no, because all of us will do it when we are looking for something. We make claims, bogus claims that are not substantiated. I mean, they can't be substantiated. So how can your claims, your claims, okay, I've done this, it has produced this result, it has done this for this person. How can it be validated? Are there statistics to show for it? Are there testimonials from people who have used these solutions before and they've seen its effectiveness? So those are the things you need to consider when you're writing your proposal. Then a good business proposal should, if some of you remember when we started business writing, I talked about certain four powers that the audience has over the communicator. Can anyone remind us of such powers? If you remember all four, if you remember any of them, can you just say it? Anyone, please? Anyone? Are we really in the class today? Okay, I'll just proceed because of time. I talked about the fact that the audience always has four powers that they demonstrate over you. The recordings are there for you guys to check, so I won't go through that again. But you know what is actually even the why we are looking at this from the proposal perspective is that you've got to communicate from the audience's or from the client's or from the receiver's perspective. What are the problems that the client has, or the audience has, or the market has that you are trying to provide solutions to? You must be clear about this problem that you are trying to solve with your solution, with your expertise, for which you are drafting a proposal. Then the information you are putting there must be convincing and compelling. Your information must be both convincing and compelling. And then you must, should have good details and credible explanations. Don't leave any gap unfilled. Don't leave them guessing. What could she or what could he have meant through this? Because you won't be there reading to them and then explaining some of the gaps in your proposal. So you've got to be detailed as best as you can without giving everything away. That doesn't mean you should now also give all your formula, all your secret sauce away. No. But you must be tact, you must be detailed. Then be thorough and be clear. Be consistent as well in your proposal. If you are using the same, you are using a format, ensure that you use the same format all through your proposal. You are using certain text, certain font, certain maybe number for font size, for the heading, for the body text. Ensure that you are consistent all through. If you are sounding authoritative, ensure that you maintain that tone through. If you are sounding persuasive, ensure that you maintain it too. There must be consistency in your proposal. Then you must indicate the competitive advantage that your solution has compared to other competing solutions. What makes yours different? What makes yours unique? What makes yours a must buy, a must get? You've got to be able to explain all those. Then your proposal must also be attractive to the client in terms of cost. Now you have this fancy, beautiful solution. Is it affordable? Can your market, can your audience, can your client afford to buy it? So the cost must also be a good factor. So that's why you also have to look at it. Okay, um, how much is realistic? That they can afford to buy. Looking at the fact that you also will incur costs in the cost of delivering the service, or the package, or coming up with the goods. So all factors borne in mind, how much is it realistic that okay, you can sell this and still make tidy profit? And then your proposal should contain selling instruments. The track records and profiles on the company must be there. What has the company done before? What has you, if you are writing maybe as a professional, what are your track records as a professional? Where have you worked? What have you achieved there? Who could actually validate your claim? And then the profile of the company, how long has the company been in existence, what has the company achieved, what has the company done, and who has the company been of service to? Can we contact anyone to give a reference to you, for you, or your behalf? Several sins of business proposal writing: failure to focus on the client's business problems and payoff. We talked about that in the previous slide. Don't just focus on the solution you are pushing out alone. What problem is it meant to solve? And that is where you should craft your narrative from that standpoint, from the solution of that is going to proffer to your clients or to your market's problems. Then no persuasive structure. Yes, you are good, you have this fantastic idea, you have this very innovative offering that is bound to solve the problem, a major problem in the world. But don't get cocky about it. Don't get arrogant about it. Be persuasive in your writing, in your proposal, because you are trying to still canvas people to buy it, to patronize you. So you've got to make sure that your proposal is persuasive in tone. Even though you have this fantastic solution that everybody must buy in order for them to become a millionaire or to live longer or to be healthier or live happier. So if your proposal doesn't have a persuasive structure that is a saying in proposal writing, then when there's no clear differentiation from your own solution compared to the vendors, so that is a sin in proposal writing. What stands you out? Why should we go for yours? Is it that yours is cheaper? Is it that yours is faster in delivery result? Is it that yours is easier to use? So there must be something that makes you different from the other people who are also promoting the same services, they're projecting the same solution. When failure to offer a compelling value proposition, what is the compelling value about your product? What value will I get from using it? When your proposal doesn't offer that, it's a sin in proposal writing. What are your unique value propositions that, oh, this stands yours apart from the rest? Still, like, I mean, when you don't differentiate from your vendors, well, what value am I getting from yours? When your key points are buried or not highlighted adequately enough, is a sin in proposal writing. You've got to be able to what to highlight your key points. Don't model them up in the course of the night. If you are using paragraph format, once you are talking about something very important, make sure you highlight it, bold the text, underline it, so that whoever is reading, okay, you are placing an emphasis on this particular statement. So you can, because attention span can be little. So you've got to what? You've got to make sure you are highlighting very essential elements of your proposal. When it's difficult to read, and because they are full of jargons, technical terms that the audience do not understand, that is a sin in proposal writing. And when there are credibility killers, sorry, in your writing, such as misspelling, grammatical issues, wrong punctuation, when you use people's names wrongly or you don't spell their name correctly, when your format, when it's not consistent, those are all credibility killers. It makes you look very tacky, untidy, and unprofessional. And it's a sin in proposal writing because your proposal should be your best foot that you are putting forward. So these are 7 sins of business proposal writing. Then what are the value that proposal offers both to you and to the client? For the client, because you always say that you must look at the client's perspective in whatever you are doing, it helps the client to compare vendors and to compare others or prices so that they feel that they are making an informed decision. So they don't feel compelled that, okay, I'm just tied to this one person. So I don't have any choice but to. But when you drop your proposal, the client feels as if okay, they have options to choose from. Bring on your own side as the one sending the proposal, it helps you to sell. And it helps you to sell on value instead of on price alone. And it helps you to also compete successfully without having personal contact. You are not there most of the time. You are not there when your proposals are being reviewed or they are being considered, but it's there for them to be able to make informed decision based on the fact that you've done a good work in preparing your proposal. It helps the client to clarify complex information or complex terms because the proposal is supposed to be very easy to read, easy to understand, easy to make to annotate, and then make your decision. Meanwhile, for you as an expert, it helps you to sell a complete technical solution to a non-technical buyer because now you are the expert in your field. You are trying to canvas or market this non-technical people, and you have to structure your language in a very easy to understand manner to help you to sell a technical solution to non-technical buyers. Then for the client also, it helps them, it makes the buying decision more objective to them because they feel that they are able to come to an objective uh, decision on the stuff they're supposed to buy. For you as a professional, it's a marketing tool. You are actually marketing your solution. Then also for the client, it slows down the sales process. They don't feel rushed because they have a proposal to consider. They are able to take the time to consider, okay, to look at the various pros and cons of going or settling for one of the solutions the options they are considering. Meanwhile, for you, it's an influencer tool to help you to influence the clients to swing them in your favor. Then for the clients, it helps to solicit creative ideas so that they become more educated or get free consulting on a particular pinpoint that they are trying to solve or they're trying to heal. Meanwhile, for you as a professional, as an expert, or as a business, as a solution provider, it helps you to demonstrate your competence and your professionalism through your selling instrument, which is your proposal. And then what are the components of a proposal? What are the things that should be there? You should be talking in terms of starting with the background or the definition of the problem. What problem is it that this proposal is trying to solve? Then what are the objectives of the document that you are preparing or you are sending to them? Then what are the methods? What is the most modus operandi you are going to deploy in solving this problem? And then within what time? How long? When they start taking this drug, when they start using this your solution, how long will it take them to be able to start seeing results? How long do you need to do what you need to do for them before they can start seeing, before they can see, they can start to look at before and after? This is the way we used to be. This is the way we are now after we started taking this solution. Then how can your results, the effectiveness of the solution be evaluated? What are the evaluation methods you are going to use? Data. Then, if there's going to be payment schedule, they are going to pay you 3 times or 2 times or at once. When is that going to be? Is it before? Is it after? Is it during? I mean, the course of it. And what is your? I mean, you need to say a brief history about your company, short corporate profile, the organization that is pushing out this proposal. What is the history? What is the track record? What record do they have of success in solving similar problems for other people? You've got to provide certain information about the background of the organization of your employer that is asking you to do a proposal. And then appendices are there other information that are not in the main proposal document that you also need to add to validate your claim, to validate some of the technical stuff that you are, or to maybe just to explain them that you have in your proposal. Appendices as are necessary. They are not essentially part of the proposal, but they just like an additional, document to give them a clearer picture of what we are talking about here and how it has helped it, or maybe testimonials, people who have used it, what have they said? And you add all those as appendices to your proposal. Then here are 7 key questions to help you stay client focused. Client focused, because as we said from beginning, proposal is all about the client, about the market, about the user. It's not about you, the preparer, or you, the expert. It's about what problem you are solving for them, what solution you are offering to the problem, what value you are adding to them, to the bottom line. So here are 7 questions that will keep you client focused. The first question is that what is the client's problem or need? Do you even know the problem you are trying to solve? Do you know what they need? Or you are just concerned about shipping out your own solution just to the market? It doesn't work that way. If you are doing a proposal, that's why it's a very good, very fantastic, very effective selling instrument, because it helps you to think, to reflect before you start to push out your solution. What is the client's problem? What do the client needs? Then what makes this problem worth solving? Now, the issue is that it's not every problem that all of us have that we want to solve. All of us have different, because not every problem that we are actually interested in solving. So why is this problem you want to focus on? Why is it worth solving? Is it really worth solving? Because there are some discretionary problems that people can just do without. They are not so, they are not, is there as if, okay, they can't solve them if they have the means or the time or what, it's the list of the priority. So don't make that your own major problem that you want to solve. You now invest God knows how much in putting up a solution that is meant to solve a discretionary problem that somebody is not so keen about solving. That will be disastrous. Then what goals must be served by whatever action is taken? What are the goals, potential goals that the client has, that by taking the action that you are recommending to them will be achieved? And what goal has the highest priority? Is the client's goal, the market's goal, your reader's goal, your consumer's goal? Is it to make money? Is it to look good? Is it to feel well or to feel happy about themselves? Or is there any, so which one has the highest priority among those goals? And which of your services or your products or your solution can solve or meet some of these needs, some of these priority goals of the customers, of the clients, of the market? What results are likely to follow from each of your potential recommendations? If they do what you want them to do, they start to use your solutions, and the solution detail is a list of steps to take to them. How will they be seeing results? How will they evaluate results? And then the last question is comparing this result to the customer's desired outcomes or goals. Which recommendation is best? Which one is best among the list of solutions you are pushing out? Because you're looking at the customer's own need, their own desires, their own perspective, or their own pain point now. So if you compare the result they're going to get, the outcomes, or the goals they are going to achieve, which of your recommendations, which of your solutions is the best for them to, so that you are not just dumping the entirety of your solutions on them, but you're also helping them to choose what is best for them, what is customized to their own issues, to their own situations. It's a very short session. So, end of session. Do we have questions and answers? Anyone, please? Questions and answer. Anyone?
Good
Okay,
evening, sir. I have a question.
please ask the question.
Okay,
Let's
so
know
my
your
question
name.
is, there was a class that we talked about our values.
Okay.
So now let's now assume that your own value does not work hand in hand with that, like corporation value. So what are we to do in that kind of situation?
Your own personal value does not work
Yes,
with the organization. Is it the organization you are working for or the one that you are proposing to?
the one you are proposing to.
Don't propose, don't send business to them now. Look for those who have values that align with yours. Because as we say, the good book says that two cannot work together unless there is agreement. See, the world is so vast. I mean, the market is so big. There will always be those who share your values, no matter how maybe how narrow it may look. Okay, that maybe it's not so commonplace, but there will always be those that, and those are even your best bet in terms of partnership, in terms of collaboration. So look for those who share your value because except you are willing to actually amend your value to suit theirs or to align with theirs. But if not, please look for potential people or organizations or partners who share your own value. They are even your best bet in terms of they will quickly more agree to your proposition than those that do not. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Um,
sir.
yeah, John, I saw that you are raising your hand. You have a question quickly as we bring the session to a close. Another question, John. Okay. If there's no other question, I think we've come to the end of the session today. Nice having you guys around. I believe next week you will have another person, a doctor from United Kingdom, taking you guys on, I think it's research. We're doing research writing next week. So till then, please let's be there earlier so that we don't keep the guest facilitator waiting or hanging. So till then, have a fantastic weekend and see you guys next week.